we're diving into a practical exercise where we will detect keywords in textual data using Power Query. This exercise will use a conditional column to extract a small list of keywords from the movie plot summaries in our dataset. This basic keyword extraction method is best for smaller keyword lists, but if you have a larger list, then check out my videos using a Cartesian product and a custom function. Feel free to leave any comments or questions you may have. I'm by no means a Power Query expert, so if there are any tips or tricks you would like to share, then feel free to leave those as well. I would like for this to be a community where we can all learn from each other. The movie data set that I'm using is from Kaggle and is linked in the description below so you can follow along. All right, with all that being said, let's get started. Okay, so here we are at our first exercise, and as I mentioned, we're going to extract keywords from our movie data set using a conditional column. For this exercise, we're going to imagine that we are data analysts working within the movie industry. And as a part of market research for a major film studio, we've been tasked with identifying which of these 4 keywords occurs the most. We have wedding, gambling, serial killers, and adventure. So let's go to our data set. So in this data set, we have lots of different movies. We have over 45,000 rows. So lots of data in here. We're mainly going to be focused on the overview column and the release date column, but there's other interesting information in here such as movie title and taglines. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put our data into a table. So I'm going to do that by selecting all of my data and hitting Control T and OK. So my data is now in a table. So it's now ready to be uploaded into Power Query. So I'm going to do that by clicking on Data from Table Range. And this will open up the Power Query Editor window. This is where you can manipulate your data, make any changes before you load your data into your spreadsheet. So we're going to click on the Overview column and right click, and we're going to duplicate this column. And the reason why we're doing this is because searches in Power Query are case sensitive, and so we want to change all of the text in this column to lowercase while maintaining our original data. So what we're going to do is right click and click on transform and lowercase. So now all of our data, all of our text in this column is lowercase, and we're going to rename it lowercase. Okay, so while we're here, let's go ahead and create our new conditional column. We can do that by clicking on add column, conditional column, and this is going to open up the add conditional column window. And so we're going to name our new column keywords. So we can put keywords in there. And since we have 4 keywords, we're going to create 4 different conditional statements. So we have 4, and we're going to search the lowercase column for each. And here we're just going to put contains. Okay, so next we're going to put in our keywords for the values. And so we have wedding, we have gambling, adventure, serial killer. And so what this is saying is that we want to search the lowercase column to see if it contains our keywords. Our keywords are all in lowercase here. So if we want to, if the keyword is found, we want to have the keyword displayed in the output. So we just copy and paste our keywords over into the output. And since this will be in our output, we want to capitalize the first letter of each word. Just in case you're doing some reporting, you want it to look nice. If the keyword is not found, then we're going to have it display the word other. So You can see that this can get pretty time consuming if you have a long list of keywords. And also I wanted to point out that you are hard coding your keywords when you do it like this. So we're done here. So I'm going to click on OK. And this creates our new column called keywords. And you see the keywords that have been extracted. For this movie, we have the keyword wedding extracted from this movie plot. And we see the word wedding here. So that is right. And let's look at one more. We have the word adventure extracted for this movie plot. And we see the word adventures here. So this looks like what we want. So what we're going to do at this point is go ahead and unselect the word other because we only want movies that contains one of our four titles, one of our four keywords, sorry. So if we click OK, it looks like we got an error message here. So what I'm going to do is undo my last step and come to my lowercase column and remove any blanks. I'm going to do the same over here in the overview column just to be safe. Remove empty. And let's go back to our keyword column and let's try that again. So unselect other, and now we just have our keywords. So now that we have our keywords, we can go ahead and remove this lowercase column because we don't need it anymore. So now we just have our original data that we started out with along with the keyword column that we just created. So what we're going to do is go to home and go to close and load. And what this is going to do is load the data that we just manipulated into a new sheet. It's going to be sheet 19. And over here it tells you how many rows were loaded. So we have 1,824 rows that were loaded. And if we go to the end of this our data, we see our new column called keywords, and it has just our four keywords that we listed. So if keyword extraction was your main objective, you are now done. But what we're going to do is answer the question that we were initially tasked to answer, which was which of these four keywords occurs the most in our data set. So we're going to do that by going to Insert and click on Pivot Table and click on OK. And we're going to get our release date, put it under rows, and let's take our keyword column that we just created, put it under columns, and then let's take the post, the ID, and let's change that to account because we want to count our movies, not sound the IDs. So we're going to do OK. And let's go to the bottom. And we see that we have a total of 1,824, which is right because that's how many rows that were actually loaded into our spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do is just quickly format this. Something I like to do. So let's do that really quickly. And we see that 1004 is the largest keyword that we have, and that is for adventure. So what we're going to do at this point is go ahead and create a chart for our data just in case it's something that you want to share with others. So we're going to click on Insert to do that, and then go to Charts, go to Combo, go to Custom Combination, and we're going to make each of these. So these are our four keywords. So we're just going to change each of these to a line chart. Okay, click on OK. And here's our chart. So we're just going to make this a little bigger so we can get rid of this. Make our chart a little bit bigger. It's a little messy looking right now, but we're going to create a slicer so that we can filter our data. And so we're just going to go, sorry, let me go back. So we're going to go to Insert, click on your chart, go to Insert, go to Slicer. And we're going to click on our keyword. So now we will have a slicer for our chart. So we can put it right next to our chart here. So if we wanted to look at the line graph for adventure, we can see that, and it will also filter your pivot table as well. Gambling, we can see the line graph for that, serial killer, and wedding. Okay, that is it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.